Hello leaders and colleagues. We are here today to talk about student response teams as part of a series of videos that will be a resource for all of our schools and all of our personnel to understand certain initiatives in our school district. It's a way to increase our communication process and our pathways to communication. So the vision for JCPS is that all students graduate prepared to reach their full potential and contribute to our society throughout life. The purpose of student response teams is to help remove barriers to student learning time. You know, students only spend 9% of their time in school, and we need to make every minute count. When students are struggling with mental health, emotional, and behavioral problems, they may not want or be able to process the instruction in the classroom. It is up to us to create a culture and environment where those students have a response, where we move in and help those students and ensure that learning can continue for all of the students inside our classrooms. That is where the concept of student response teams comes in. In order to fulfill our district's strategic plan and the vision that Dr. Hargens has for our school district, we need to create cultures inside schools where kids come to school focused on achievement and learning and feel that they belong. What we've done is attempt to take all of the different behavioral and culture building programs we have inside our district and in effect, do a meta-analysis and pull from them the 4 basic tenets that should define every school in Jefferson County in terms of its culture. Everyone will still be able to use whatever programs, whether that's CHAMPS or SPAVA or whatever you like to use, Second Steps, whatever programs meet your needs. Of course, you're allowed to use that, particularly if those things are working. However, in our core definition of what cultures look like in Jefferson County Public Schools, we have determined that there are 4 basic tenets that define strong cultures inside schools. First is relationships, to ensure that each student has relationships with their teachers and that the interactions are built around respect and that each student feels he or she belongs. Second is routines and procedures. It's very important that schools create routines and procedures that show what they value, that create order, and create the conditions where learning can occur. Third, student voice and student choice are extremely important inside cultures. Empowering students by listening to them and by providing them with choices not only enables them to feel that they belong, but is preparation for the kinds of skills they need in the future. And finally, differentiated learning. It's making certain that it's the equitable distribution of resources so that we allocate to our schools and each child what he or she needs. That's equity, not giving everybody exactly the same thing and hoping that they can succeed. Student response teams is actually a district-wide system. What we're attempting to do with student response teams is to create a system inside our district that responds whenever there are needs for individual students. How that will work is there are 3 tiers. The most important student response team is inside the school. It's a cohort or team that the principal puts together whose job it is to respond whenever there are needs inside classrooms. It is an attempt to show and describe or demonstrate what we value most, which is achievement and learning. So the SRT is a cohort inside the school that works together to respond whenever there are needs inside a classroom, to work together to look at the data and identify inside the school where there are hot spots, where there are places where teachers need extra support and individual kids need extra support. Now, in many cases, we have outliers inside schools, and those are students that need even more support to become learners. So what we are attempting to do is utilize student response teams that support the entire school and support the SRT inside the school. Those are our AAA, our achievement area teams that come in and help with outliers. So whenever a student response team or the principal makes a contact to the person designated for their academic achievement area, what happens is we deploy a team that goes in and helps that particular school, that particular SRT inside the school with an outlier student. So that is a group of people with diverse skill sets and positions that come into the school and help whenever there is an outlier. And then finally, we have at the district level our student response team for the entire district. And this is a team of great leaders that come together and look at the data, identify what's happening across our district and what the trends are, and help the achievement area teams, the SRTs inside the school teams. They help those groups to be successful and determine what training we need and how we are able to deal with such things as disproportionate suspensions for certain student groups in our district. They keep their finger on the pulse of the data so we can respond immediately to support schools, to support achievement area SRTs, and to ensure that our district's vision is pursued.